Hello everybody, we're back again with SecureAPlus antivirus, and this time we're going to give it as good of a chance as we possibly can, because we are using the real computer this time, and we are allowing it to do a full scan of the computer, which I did not allow it to do before. Which is really odd, because you can just click the Surf app button and it goes right to this, and it'll say fully protected, although for whatever reason it didn't work before. I'm gonna hope that's just some kind of odd glitch, bad luck, something like that. I don't know. So anyway, as I was saying before in last video, SecureAPlus is essentially this cloud antivirus along with application whitelisting. And for whatever reason, this application whitelisting is being described as this very innovative solution, and it's like it'll stop malware forever, anybody can use it, it's so great, blah blah blah. But the more I look at this program, the less impressed I am with it. So, of course, looking at the download page again, they have a premium version, which is like 26 bucks a year, I think. Then they have a freemium version, which of course is free, absolutely free for 1 year. So it's essentially like a 1 year free trial of the software, and it's paid. And of course, if we go to the store, we'll see the pricing, about $22.50 a year for one PC. You can do 3 years at $40.50 for one PC. You can do as many PCs as you want. Oh, you gotta get a quote. Well, whatever. Anyway, one other thing that I really don't like is this referral program. And this might be the reason why you're seeing so much about SecureAPlus around forums and whatever. They're trying to do some sort of viral marketing with their software where you do certain things on social media for them, and they will reward you by giving you these points, and you can use these points to pay for subscriptions to SecureAPlus. For example, if you like it and share it on Facebook, you get 50. If you tweet it, you get 50. You do some kind of referrals, you get 250. If you do a testimonial on some forum, you'll get 250 points. So let's go ahead and log into my account on SecureAPlus and view a little bit more information on that. We can't test the antivirus yet because it's still scanning. And remember, this is on an SSD, so certainly not slow. So we're going to open this page, the freemium viral security program. We'll go ahead and log in with our account. Logging in, Rouge Amp. We have no licenses, no devices for whatever reason. So if we go and we spam some forum with a review or whatever, we'll get 1,000 points. And it also tells you that, let's see, leave a positive and detailed review of SecureAPlus on any forums and or websites. Copy your ID, and they say it must be at least neutral tone or provide constructive feedback. I really don't like this system at all. I mean, I wanted to give SecureAPlus and SecureAge credit because, not everybody's going to trust new software, especially security software. You gotta think about 7-8 years ago, Malwarebytes, not many people trusted Malwarebytes anti-malware, and now they're this huge multi-million-dollar corporation. But I don't think they ever went around trying to sell their product along with trying to get referrals through spam, such as reviews, quote, social referrals. What is this? Invite friends to install it. Okay, what about testimonials? What's this? Leave a testimonial, so you just leave some comments, and they'll use that. They never really went about doing that, and I really don't like this system because it just encourages people to leave these fake reviews, and then they'll get some sort of reward from it. Basically, you'll get these points. And I don't think reviews by people like Matt Rizos or Brytech, they're definitely not being paid for their reviews. They really do not care about SecureAPlus, I'll tell you right now. But the people who do care are like kids who think they're making like a huge difference, and they're really part of this SecureAPlus team. And that's that shit I don't like. So I'm not a fan of that, and that really puts a bad taste in my mouth. So let's go to the store. That's the same thing. So, how's our system scan doing? It's taking forever. I'm going to have to pause the video more than likely. And we're using the same samples as before, which is this big pack that I found on Malware Tips. And these are all from April May 9th, May 10th, some later ones, May 9th, May 9th, May 9th, and today is June 1st, so this should have plenty of time to find these files. And this is taking forever. So I guess let's look at the program some more since we have it. As you can see, it's premium trial. It's certainly not freeware. This is definitely a 1-year trial of the software. So let's go to that and see what happens. Is this the same thing as the referral, I believe, or is this the pay now page? 90-day premium trial. Huh? What? Isn't that what I'm using right now? The freemium version? Well, let's go ahead and register it, I suppose. So I guess we log in and then it'll register my computer. It's been upgraded to premium. Nice. And from what I can tell, the premium is essentially the same thing as the... I guess the freemium is the same as the premium, whatever. And of course, our offline AV is disabled. As I mentioned before, the offline AV is clam AV, so it's basically worthless. And it uses a lot of memory. It uses like 300 megabytes of memory, and it hits the CPU pretty hard, so there's really no purpose in having it. So of course it comes with the cloud antivirus, which includes several different antiviruses. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, here we go. AVG, Avira, Bitdefender, Clamwin, ESET, Emzasoft, McAfee, MSE, Norman, QuickHeal, Sophos, Total Defense. So that's a pretty solid list there. You got Bitdefender, Avira, AVG, ESET. Those are all fairly solid. But for whatever reason, scanning this folder of malware here does not produce very good results. Let's update SecureAPlus just to make sure we're on the right version for everything. Everything's up to date. Okay, let's go ahead and scan this folder. I think we can do it at the same time as the full scan. So if we scan it, we're getting some threats detected. So this will take a little while. And as you can see, I cannot talk today. As you can see, it's being detected by a few different antiviruses here. Some of the stuff, that is. Not a great success rate so far. I would expect better out of something that uses 10 or 12 antivirus engines. And this is just taking forever. Let's take a look at our task manager, see how long this is, or how much CPU this is taking. Not very much. Not taking a huge hit on the computer. Not bad. Details, where are we at with this? Whatever it's called. SecureAPlus, not using very much memory at all, actually. Very good memory usage, I must say. I'm impressed by that. Universal AV is using basically nothing. Virus scanner, not very much. 2 megabytes. Full system scan, not using very much. Overall, definitely the most impressive thing is the memory usage and just resource usage in general. It uses a lot of different processes, but not very much memory. So, good on SecureAPlus. I think they did a good job with that. However, the problem is that this is taking forever, even on fast scan. Like, Jesus Christ, this is taking forever. So, first thing I want to do is actually try to download some different software here. Let's go to download.com, because I want to find out if it's actually blocking anything or not, so we can test this malware. Let's install some YouTube downloaders. That sounds good to me. Come on. There we go. Yeah, download now. So, of course, the big draw is the application whitelisting, where it'll essentially block unknown software from installing, and this, in theory, will stop pretty much any kind of malware, because if it's not known to be clean to SecureAPlus, it will either prompt you if you're in interactive mode, or if you're in lockdown mode, it will not allow it at all. So as you can see, it's working now. This untrusted YTD setup.exe file is not in the whitelist. You want to trust it. You can choose yes or no. So we'll go ahead and just say yes, because we want some YouTube video downloaders, of course. And herein lies the problem with whitelisting and this sort of setup, because in theory, it works perfectly, because it'll block everything every time, assuming the program works. However, most people, as you see with UAC, most people just ignore the warnings or disable them completely because it's a pain in the ass. Because you think that you're downloading something that you want, so you'll just click yes regardless, and then you wind up downloading some sort of malware, and this really won't stop you from making mistakes unless if you put it in lockdown mode, which is essentially not allowing anything that is unknown to SecureAPlus to run at all. You don't even get a prompt. It'll just say, nope, not allowed. In fact, let's try to do that here. So all programs that are untrusted will get locked down. And this isn't a particularly new concept. That's one of the points I wanted to make about this. This whole idea of application whitelisting is, of course, not new. There's a built-in feature to Windows 7, 8.1, I'm pretty sure in the enterprise version it's called App Blocker, and that'll essentially block unknown apps and whitelist apps. And you can also do the same thing with the parental controls in Windows, allow and deny certain apps. And you can also find this system in a much better program, in my opinion, which would be Komodo Firewall, the free edition. And of course, the name is Firewall, but it also includes this sort of whitelisting, not allowing unknown software to run. I would definitely recommend Komodo Firewall over this any day of the week. It doesn't have the cloud scanner, but it's not some kind of scamware that'll spam your Facebook inbox or whatever with fake reviews of the software. So that's really all you're getting is the cloud antivirus and this whitelisting, which isn't the most innovative thing in the world. And you have to pay like $22 a year for it, essentially. So we're just going to quit that YouTube downloader. That was just a demonstration of what happens when you try to run an app with SecureAPlus. And I do think that the people who are trying to look for a program like this that does whitelisting are probably not going to get infected with malware very often simply because they know what they're doing on the internet, I think. And the people who do get malware are simply just going to click yes through the dialog boxes. Of course, that's speculation, but I'm thinking as a human being, that's just what people do. You look at how often people use UAC and say, wow, do I really want to run this software? Yes, no. They're just going to say yes every time or turn it off. So, SecureAPlus, not exactly innovative. Right now, we're scanning this folder. We're at about 50% detection rate, which is consistent with what I tested yesterday. It's quite slow with scanning. Now, to be fair, it is using a cloud scanner, but from what I remember, Herd Protect was much faster than this, and it used like 63 scanner, so there's really no excuse. So the software is okay, but on a likability scale, I just don't like it because I just don't agree with spamming everybody with fake reviews and referrals. It's just not right. So that's all I have to say about SecureAPlus. Not impressed. I would not recommend it. Don't listen to people who tell you it's great on forums because they're probably spamming for points. So that's all I have to say about SecureAPlus. I wish it would hurry up and finish. So anyway, thanks for watching.